Okay, let's continue. Uh, we were doing exercises. The question is that you will find shapes in dash groups. So be careful. Such kind of questions are normally asked. So if you want to apply any kind of setting, then you must know the steps, right? So steps में क्या लिखना है? You should know where that in which tab that option is. Like the question is how will you enter the shapes? So you should know how in which tab you have to go. In that tab, in which group you have to find that option. So two things for everything you need to know for every option, right? So groups हमेशा याद रखना. So shapes can be inserted from the illustrations group. Illustration groups में shapes भी हैं, उसमें आपके pictures भी हैं, clip arts भी हैं, और there are some smart graphics also, right? So next is a picture can be resized once it is inserted in the document. So once you insert a document inside, insert a picture in a document, so can you resize that? Yes, we can. ये मैंने कल भी बताया, यहाँ false लिखा है. This is not false. This is true, right? How do we resize? As I have shown you already that there are 4 handles in the corners of the picture. You just click on any of the handle and drag it. जैसे drag करेंगे आपकी picture resize हो जाएगी. ठीक है, तो yes आएगा, इसका false नहीं है, wrongly written है. Kindly do that correction. What is a clip art? Clip art is a collection of pictures or images in the gallery of MS Office. So clip art is a group of pictures, group of images which belongs to the gallery. Now gallery क्या है? Gallery is the collection of that all those pictures which we can use in that document. और ये software के अंदर होता है. So gallery is a part of Microsoft Office software. So all such collections of pictures are called as clip arts, right? You can also add up that clip arts are generally smaller in size. They also have a GIF kind of images, animated kind of images. Fine. ये true कर लेना. Fine. This should be true. All right, the steps to insert a shape in the document. How do we insert shape? Again, we need to specify in which tab that option is, and in that tab in which group that option is, right? If you want to add a symbol, you have to go to insert tab, then there's a symbols group, right? It lies on the rightmost side. There's a symbols group, and go to that symbols option inside that symbols group. Fine. So be careful with this. Next is table. Let me clear this. There's some issue with the network. Network is quite weak today. Okay. Table borders and shading option appears under which tab? It lies in the design tab. Okay, all this table border and shading option from where we can change the border as well as shading effects of a table. तो ये दोनों चीजें आपकी design tab में होती हैं, right? So you can resize the table using options available under auto fit. So resizing of table is the option lies in the auto fit, where from where you can increase. Although resizing a table can also be done with the help of the handles, you can also write in case now this is blank. If there's a question kind of thing, then you can also write that by dragging the handles of the table, we can increase and decrease the size of the table, right? So although the second way is that there's an auto fit option on the top from where width and the height of the table you can specify, right? It is there in the pictures also. ये format tab के अंदर होता है. Now to insert a row, you can use the layout menu. Okay, from the layout menu, you can insert a new row. What is the use of table styles? Styles word बहुत important है. Styles आपके paragraph styles भी हैं, table styles भी हैं. ठीक है, तो styles याद रखना. Styles जहाँ पे भी आया, styles are the ready-made kind of designs that you can apply, right? By using table styles options, user can enhance the appearance of the table, right? By adding certain borders, certain shading options. It has some predefined kind of designs that you can apply to a table. तो पहले से बने हुए designs, जो simply you need to apply that to the table. So it enhances the appearance of the table. It makes the table look more better, more attractive, more user friendly, right? Which two tabs are added to the ribbon when you select a table? हाँ, ये बड़ा important है भाई. जब आप टेबल पे कहीं पे भी क्लिक करते हो, when you select a table, कौन सी दो टैब्स ऑटोमेटिकली ऐड हो जाती हैं जो पहले नहीं होती थी? एक तो डिजाइन टैब है, एक लेआउट टैब है. ठीक है, दे आर नॉट विजिबल व्हेन यू हैव नॉर्मल पेज, बट आप जैसे ही टेबल को सेलेक्ट करते हो तो ये दो टैब्स ऐड हो जाती हैं, डिजाइन टैब एंड लेआउट टैब, राइट? तो ये you must remember this. You will find shapes in which group illustrations this we have done. Dash is the default paper size of the page setup. Page setup में कौन सा default paper size है? A4 size is the default size, right? पुराने version में letter size होता था, नए version में A4 size है, ठीक है? What is the layout of the text on the page called as? Text का layout page के ऊपर उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Orientation बोलते हैं. There are two kinds of orientation. One is landscape, one is portrait. जो आप पिक्चर देख रहे हो अभी ये लैंडस्केप फॉर्म में है, ठीक है? इसकी जो विड्थ है वो ज्यादा है और लेंथ जो है कम है, राइट? और जो पोर्ट्रेट फॉर्म में लेंथ ज्यादा होती है दिस वे एंड विड्थ इज लेसर दिस वे, राइट? Then margins can be changed by using the custom margin option, and where this option lies, it lies in the page layout tab. Landscape and portrait are the two types of orientation just we have discussed. Dash the space between the page edge and the text. Margin, page का edge मतलब पेज जहां से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, कॉर्नर है जो लाइन है पेज की, और जो टेक्स्ट जहां से शुरू हो रहा है, इन दोनों के बीच में जो डिस्टेंस है, जो स्पेस है, उस स्पेस को हम बोलते हैं मार्जिन. And mention two different types of orientation available in Word: portrait and landscape. Again गलती है भाई, lot of mistakes. This is wrong, right? So two type of orientations are these two, landscape and portrait. ठीक है, ऊपर भी दिया हुआ. फाइन. सो ये थोड़ा ध्यान रखना भाई, यहाँ पे थोड़ी मिस्टेक्स है. Actually, these are all Okay, let's move further. Then is to remove all the tabs, click on clear all button. There's a clear all button on the top in the home tab from where you can remove all the tabs. Then in the dash tab, the next move to the left as you type. The text moves to the left as you type. It is a right tab. Right tab पे आप type करोगे तो text left में move करेगा. Left tab पे आप click करोगे तो text right में move करेगा. It is always opposite. Tab selector is found on the top corner of the ruler. Ruler के बिल्कुल corner में tab selector है. वहाँ से आप tab select कर सकते हो. This we have done practically also. 3 different types of tabs: left, center, right. Then mail merge option lies in which tab? Mailing tab. There's a separate tab for it. And where do we store address in the main document? It is there in the address block, right? It is there in the address block where we store address in the main document, right? इसमें आप data source भी लिख सकते हो. Data source is also right. The data source is the list of addresses basically. Data source में हम लोग address की list ही बनाते हैं. जितने लोगों को भेजना है उसकी लिस्ट बनाते हैं. So we can write data source also. What is mail merge? It's the feature used for writing and sending personalized letter or emails to a group of people at the same time. So in which we are writing a letter, a personalized kind of letter or an email to many people at same time, right? A single document is sent to many people. Then is write down the 3 main steps in the mail merge option. First is create the main document, then create the data source, then merge both the things. 3 steps है. पहले आप डॉक्यूमेंट्स को क्रिएट, जो मेन डॉक्यूमेंट जो आपने भेजना है एज ए लेटर, उसको क्रिएट करो, राइट? और उसके अंदर मर्ज फील्ड्स लगाओ. फिर डेटा सोर्स बनाओ. Data source is the link of a list of all the people, those who want to send the document. तो लिस्ट बनाओ. उसके बाद दोनों डेटा सोर्स को मेन डॉक्यूमेंट के साथ मर्ज करो. ये तो 3 स्टेप्स हैं. Next is this is all up to session 7. Let me change the attendance because काफी सारे बच्चे हो गए हैं. Okay, so I have this is up to session 6, I suppose. Now let's move on to the next part of book. इसकी बाद वाली exercise के solutions भी हैं. Just I've sent it in the morning. You can just see in the group also. Yeah. Okay, now this is how do we save a file. Save file option lies in which tab? It is always in the home, in the file tab, not home tab. It is in the file tab on the top, right? Or if you people have older version, you can also write it is there in the office button. File tab और office button दोनों ठीक हैं. File tab 2010 वर्जन में मिलता है या 2003 पुराने वर्जन में मिलता है. और जो 2007 वर्जन है उसमें we don't have file tab, there we have office button, right? There's a round kind of button in the corner. Then extension of Word file is docx, right? doc भी लिखते हो तो तब भी right है. doc is the older version extension. 2003 version का extension .doc है. 2007 और 10 version का है 2000 docx. Okay, extended version है इसलिए x पीछे लगाया है. Now how do we open a file? What is the keyboard shortcut? Control plus O is the keyboard shortcut to open. Similarly, to start a new file, what is the keyboard shortcut? Control plus N. And for next, then for saving it is Control plus S. For printing it is Control plus P. For making things bold, italics and underline, B, Control B for bold, Control U for italics, Control I for underline, I for italics and U for underline. Likewise, for undo option we have Control Z, for redo we have Control Y, right? Left line के लिए Control L, right line के लिए Control R, center line के लिए Control E, E for elephant. Fine. So ये keyboard shortcuts तुम्हें पता होने चाहिए, right? So most of the keyboard shortcuts are given in short within the topic. You can see if you see the sessions, तो sessions में कहीं पे side में आपको keyboard shortcuts भी जरूर मिलेंगे हर option के. And if you don't find it, you can just send me a message. I'll give you the reply for that. Next is which option must you use if you want to save the file with a new name? See, we have two options there for saving a file. One is save as, one is save only. So जब आप नई file save करते हो या if you want to save a file with a new name, नए नाम से save करना है, then we always go with save as option. And otherwise, if you are working on an existing file, पुरानी file पे work कर रहे हो, then we go with save option only. We can save a file by clicking on the dash icon in the quick access toolbar. Quick access toolbar जो top पे होती है मेनू के ऊपर, tabs के ऊपर, जहाँ पे title bar के साथ में, on the left side of the title bar. So there is one save button there, so you can also click on that save button icon to save a file, right? What are the other ways to save a file? One is go to file and then save, or you go to office button and click on save, or we can do it with the keyboard shortcut, and the keyboard shortcut is Control plus S, or we have this save icon in the quick access toolbar on the top, and then you just click on that button, and if it is a new file तो save as वाला option खुल जाएगा. अगर वो पुरानी file है तो save हो जाएगा simply, right? Save वाला option activate हो जाएगा. Okay, in the dash mode the old text is replaced with the new text. This is overtype. This we have done already. Overtype में पुराने text की जगह पे नया text आता है, right? और by default overtype mode जो है activate नहीं होता. We are in the normal mode. Normal mode में when you type तो जो भी text है उसके आगे type होता है रहता है. We are not it moves the text to the next part and then it adds a new thing, right? पुराना text वहीं का वहीं रहेगा, उसके आगे चीजें add होती रहती. Overtype में वो replace करता है पुराने text को overlap करके उसकी जगह पे नया text डालता है, right? It is useful when you type. Fine. How do we open a file? Control O मैंने अभी बताया था. Keyboard shortcuts Control S save के लिए, Control O open के लिए, Control N जो है नई file open करने के लिए, Control O is to open a already saved file, old file, right? In how many ways can you save the file after editing it? Now, user can save the file in 3 different ways after editing it. Editing means making changes in a document, the document which is prepared earlier. Editing का मतलब है कि जो भी पहले से document बना है उसमें changes करना, that is called as editing. After doing editing, what are the ways of saving a file? 3 तरीके से सेव हो सकता है. कौन-कौन से? Control S from the keyboard shortcut, or go to File menu on the top, File tab, and then click on Save button, or we have that save icon in the quick access toolbar on the top. From there you can save. 3 options are there. Underline effect comes in which group? Font group. Font से related सारी चीजें वहीं पे हैं. Underline, bold, italics, left, right align, center line. Or if you want to change font style, if you want to change the font size, font color, तो font की सारी चीजें आपको font group के अंदर ही मिलेंगी. Right? Remember these groups are आपको group याद करने पड़ेंगे सारे. जो भी options आपके syllabus में है ना, you have to remember कि किस tab के अंदर, किस group के अंदर आपको वो जाना है जिससे वो option activate होती है. Right? Then bold करने के लिए keyboard shortcut Control B है. Shortcut key to make the text bold. Control is not written, so you kindly add on control also here. The shortcut key to make the selected text bold is Control plus B, not only B. ये थोड़ा ठीक कर लेना. मैं इसको थोड़ा highlight कर देता हूँ ताकि in place of only B, write CTRL plus B. Okay. I'm noting all the errors. I'll give you send the screenshots to you people later on also. Okay, so next is dash make the text slanted. Slanted is to shift somebody some text to from one side to one side. ठीक है, तो उसको italics format बोलते हैं, जहाँ पे text जो है ऊपर से थोड़ा सा एक तरफ को tilt हो जाता है. Formatting means changing the appearance of the text. Whatever text we have, if you want to change the look and appearance, we call it as formatting. Which tab contains the font group? It is the home tab. Home tab के अंदर font group आता है, मैंने पहले भी बताया आप लोगों को. Then misspelled words are marked with red wavy line. ये याद रखना भाई, green wavy line का मतलब है grammatical errors. Red wavy line का मतलब है we have some spelling errors here. Right? So misspelled words means where spelling is there, spelling error is there. वैसे misspelled words के नीचे red lines होंगी. और अगर grammatical error है, जैसे in one sentence वहाँ पे is आना था, आपने was लगा दिया, या is की जगह पे are लगा दिया, तो वो green wavy lines में show होगा. Right? Kindly switch off the mic. Somebody has on mic. किसके mic on है किसी का? Dash key is pressed on the keyboard to start spell check. Spell check की keyboard shortcut है F7 की. F7 की से आप keyboard shortcut spell check option start कर सकते हो. Dash color line is the grammatical error. I just told you green colored wavy lines indicates the grammatical error, and red color indicates the misspelled word. It's a spelling errors. Which button will you press if the word show a misspelled word, but it is actually correct? So if you find that the word is correct, and but the software shows it that it's a wrong word, जैसे कुछ ऐसे words होते हैं जो Indian language के हिसाब से ठीक हैं, but as per the software, because software is not Indian, so उसके accordingly वो गलत हैं. तो ऐसे words को आप किस option से correct कर सकते हैं? Ignore से, right? Right? So you select ignore. Although there are two options, ignore and ignore all, दो options होती हैं, तो कोई भी लिख सकते हैं आप. It's MCQ. Now we have to select the ignore. How can you add a word to a dictionary? ठीक है, डिक्शनरी में जो सॉफ्टवेयर की डिक्शनरी है उसमें वर्ड ऐड करना है. लाइक एज आई टोल्ड यू, जैसे इफ आई एम राइटिंग सम हिंदी वर्ड, let's say I'm writing my name Gaurav. So if you type Gaurav, it will give you an error because Gaurav is not an English word. It's not there in the dictionary, right? So it will always give an error. उसके नीचे red wavy line आ जाएगी, right? So but I know that it is right, so I have to add that word into the dictionary. वो कैसे करना है? इसमें add to dictionary option होता है, right click करने पे आता है, right? So just right click and then click on add to dictionary option. In how many ways can you correct a spelling in the word? There are two ways to correct the spellings. First is by clicking on change or change all option, or by typing the character manually. Right? So these are the two ways. या तो भाई उसको ठीक कर लो टाइप करके मैनुअली, या आपके पास जो वर्ड में करेक्शन का ऑप्शन है स्पेल चेक ऑप्शन के अंदर चेंज और चेंज ऑल, इन दोनों से आप चेंज कर सकते हो. Thesaurus option appears under which tab? Review tab में आता है. Dictionary of words in the computer is called as thesaurus. Thesaurus मतलब क्या है कि words की dictionary, इसमें words से synonym, antonym, उसके meaning, everything is there. So you can see any particular word within the software also. You can find only dash words using thesaurus. Similar word, opposite. Similar opposite दोनों होते हैं, तो both 1 and 2. इसमें synonyms भी मिल जाएंगे आपको, antonyms भी मिल जाएंगे. Synonyms are the similar words, antonyms are the opposite words. कोई भी word है उसका similar word ढूंढना है तो thesaurus में ढूंढ लो, यहाँ उसके opposite कोई word ढूंढना है तो that we can also do. What is it? It's thesaurus is a dictionary of synonyms, words and phrases. You can also add antonyms. Antonyms यहाँ लिखना भूल गए. Thesaurus is a dictionary of synonyms, antonyms, words and phrases. Right? Also add antonyms here. मैं यहाँ पे indicate कर देता हूँ और इसका मैं screenshot आपको बाद में भेज दूँगा. Some part of the things which I feel should also be there. Actually, these are collective notes, not made by me. Fine. You can add this. Okay, let's move further. Then we have paste का keyboard shortcut Ctrl+V, Ctrl+C है copy के लिए. और when you copy something, whenever the copy button is pressed, then whatever you have copied, it is pasted, it is found in the clipboard group, right? So the name of the group in which this option control, copy, paste, cut, all these lies is the clipboard group. Symbol of the cut is scissors symbol. Scissor की तरह कैंची की तरह का symbol होता है. Function of cut command is deletes the selected text from the original position. Cut का मतलब है original position से text को remove कर देना और paste करने पे वो नई जगह पे जाएगा. How is copying different from moving? Copying means creating a duplicate copy of the selected text, leaving the original text unchanged. Original text unchanged रहेगा और उसकी copy बन जाएगी. Moving a text means original text is removed from the original place and then you place it into some other new place. Numbered list. appears in the home tab. Bulleted list is found in the home tab again, where in the paragraph group. ये दोनों numbered list, bulleted list दोनों home tab में और paragraph group के अंदर होती है. Can you define a new bullet? Yes, we can define a new bullet. So when should you use a numbered list? When you want to mark the order in a list. अगर आपको order mark करना है तब हम numbered use करते हैं. अगर ordering is not so important, then we can use bulleted list. Control F to open the font dialog box, and Control H to open the replace. यहाँ पे भी गड़बड़ है. Control F is not for font, it is for find. Find लिखना था, यहाँ font लिख दिया है. Anyhow, I'll do all these corrections and I'll give it back to you, right? So don't worry. Here it should be find, not found. Okay. Okay, so this is Control F is to find, and Control H is to replace, right? Replace dialog box खोलना है तो Control H करो, find करना है तो Control F करो. Find and replace is found in editing group. It lies in the editing group. How it is useful? Find feature let you search a particular word in the document, where replace function replace the particular word with another word, right? So find से हम search कर सकते हैं किसी word को और replace से उसको change कर सकते हैं. How is go to feature useful? Go to commands take cursor to a specific number line or section in a document. Go to से आप jump कर सकते हो किसी particular number line पे, number या line पे या किसी section. Right, you can just jump from one location to another. Then we have which bar shows the name of the document. It's always in the title bar. Document का नाम ऊपर title bar में आता है. Then dash tab has a page layout, page setup group. Page layout के अंदर page setup group होता है. और in the dash the commands are organized as tabs and groups. Ribbon के अंदर बहुत सारे tabs और groups होते हैं. You can make text bold using commands from the font group. Bold, italics, underline, we have already discussed, it lies in the font group. Then what is GUI? It means user can use a mouse to give command by clicking and pointing on the icon. GUI, graphical user interface, जहाँ पे आप graphics use करके कोई भी commands दे सकते हो. मतलब आप mouse के use से ही आप you can point on the icon or click on the icon to start a command. ठीक है, पुराने वर्जन्स में कीबोर्ड से होता था. Quick access toolbar, it displays the button to perform the frequently used commands. जो save, undo, redo ऐसे जो options हैं जो बार-बार use होते हैं, उनको हम quick access toolbar के through use कर सकते हैं. And format printer copies the formatting of existing text to any kind of new text in the document. तो आपने पुरानी formatting टेक्स्ट की फॉर्मेटिंग को कॉपी करके कहीं और डालना है. फॉर्मेटिंग मतलब उसकी जो अपीयरेंस है, तो फॉन्ट, उसका फॉन्ट स्टाइल, साइज, राइटिंग, उसको कॉपी करना, दैट वी कैन डू विद दिस ऑप्शन. चलो, दैट्स इट. I'll end up now. The class is about to over. Fine. So that's it from my side. Just go through all the things again, and if you find problems, you can come back anytime. Okay then. Goodbye.